Hi Virgo, welcome to your prosperity forecast for the period between April 1st and July 1st, 2017. It's Raina here. And so I was just thinking, someone thought I said it's raining here. And so I've said that before, that I laugh sometimes because I think of it's raining here. But it is Raina here. And anyway, I'm not going to be focusing on any astrological transits, but if you wish to get a private reading, I will be using your natal chart to kind of hone in on power periods for you in the upcoming months related to your career. And I also look at life path in another type of reading I have, and I have a combination with love. And you can click on the link below for a link to my store, online store. But I'm going to just be doing a typical tarot spread that I do in my monthly readings, my regular ones. And then I'm going to read from this book, just a brief little passage that I open up without knowing what I'm going to find, in The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, which is a book by Catherine Ponder. You may have heard of her. And she's kind of like a New Thought type of writer. This book was actually published in 1962, and yet the ideas contained therein are things that we associate with the law of attraction. So there's nothing new under the sun. You think of the book Think and Grow Rich. Jerry Hicks of Jerry and Esther Hicks, the people that are associated most often with the law of attraction, he read that book. And that book came out, I believe, in the 30s. So that's that. So I'm going to just lay out the cards right now and see what happens. Whoa, that's good. That is good stuff. That's interesting stuff. That's mysterious stuff. Oh, you got a really good reading overall, Virgo. You really did. So let me just open it up. Well, I actually got this for Scorpio, so I'm going to just open it again to another part. Okay, affirmations are helpful to your work. Okay, I'm not going to read. Oh, well, I will anyway. A railroad employee told me how he used statements of command to help in his work. He was asked to repair a train's engine that no one else had been able to adjust. When he heard that various mechanics had failed to repair this engine, he became apprehensive. But then he remembered the prosperity law of command. Before beginning work on the train engine, he went aside to a quiet place. From his wallet, he took this statement and went over it a number of times. I am a child of the living God. Therefore, I am one with his wisdom. That wisdom now leads me in paths of righteousness, peace, and true success. As he was thinking of these words and letting them fill his mind with peace and confidence, another railroad employee passed through the shop and asked what he was doing. He replied that he was going over a, quote, plan that he intended to use in repairing the train engine. Shortly thereafter, he returned to his work and quickly repaired the troublesome train engine. Soon the other employee again approached him and asked for a copy of, quote, that plan he had used with such great success. So the thing about it is, you've probably heard of affirmations. They're very common these days. Louise Hay has, really been, I think, on the forefront of promoting affirmations as a way to kind of, I don't know, like boost your success. Sometimes people feel weird saying affirmations because they feel like they're lying, like it really isn't how they feel. And I'm kind of on the fence about that. I do not use affirmations, but I'm kind of getting to that point where I'm getting intrigued by it, because I feel like there is some power in it. Maybe if you create your own affirmations, it's the best, rather than using other people's affirmations. Because if it comes from you, it will be more sincere. So that's just a thought from me. And now, on with the reading. The overall theme of the next 90 days is a number 9, the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is the yes card in the minor arcana, in a similar way that the Sun card is a yes card in the major arcana. And it's kind of like an affirmation from the universe that your wish is fulfilled. So whatever it has been career-wise or money-wise that you have wanted may manifest for you. Obviously, this is a general reading. I don't mean to be a buzzkill, but, it is a general reading. And so look at it in terms of the things that you have wanted very much to come to pass. Perhaps they will. And how will you feel? Will you feel like you deserve them? Because sometimes people get success and it freaks them out because they're so used to being in that position of losing or of lack consciousness. In the past position, you have the Death card. So there was some kind of transition that may have led you. It's like one door closed and another door opened. So because you may have had a recent situation where something ended, you may still have a certain, I don't know, I was going to say sorrow, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that deep, but you may have been either processing some situation, like let's say you got divorced, and that was, even if you didn't have a happy marriage, it still is something that you have to, I don't know how else to put it. You have to process it and put it in proper context with the rest of your life in order to heal and to really learn from what it stood for in your life. Well, the Moon card is about the intuitive side of life. Maybe you are doing something right now that's more creative. Maybe in the past, maybe the Death card represented a time in which you were just doing a job to earn a paycheck, but it wasn't utilizing your talents. And you feel like now you're doing something which has much more connection to your spiritual gifts, which could include also healing. And, Virgo is the ruler, the natural ruler of the 6th house of health. And I always tend to see Virgo as being more of natural healing techniques. And so those can include energy healing techniques like shamanic healing and Reiki energy healing. And that may be something that is more appealing to you now. And you're celebrating that because you realize you have some means to do so. The 9 of Cups sometimes, even to me, indicates that the person is having financial blessings as well. And I think that's because the 9 represents Jupiter. the ninth house, and that may be why there's that connection with excess. The higher message is the Two of Wands. You may be making a decision. Even though you have that Death card, you may still have something from the past that is pulling at you. The Moon card, by the way, could indicate that you do not know everything about your situation. So in other words, you may be celebrating something without realizing there are still things that you have to deal with, and that may be why you're getting this card in the higher position of the spiritual aspect of things. It could be also about like you wanting to change where you live, and you're kind of weighing your options. But it could be about two different types of career even. What crosses you is represented by the Devil card. Sometimes when I see this as a challenge position, it's somebody who is possibly being lured by money. And being an earth sign, as you are, Virgo, you may be getting an offer that is hard to refuse. Is that the Godfather? And you may know that it's not really going to fulfill you, but it's really a good money-making opportunity. And the other thing may be a creative pursuit. And so you're like, oh, what do I do? Why does this always have to happen? You know, when it rains, it pours. When good things happen, I have to be the one, you know, it has to be at a time when I have two things to choose from. The advice or what's coming in is the Six of Pentacles. So you can either be weighing your options, pardon the pun, or no, literally, with that scale. But it's going to be about, you're going to be about fairness in terms of being compensated fairly. Sometimes this can indicate, though, that you are receiving money from somebody else. Either like from an inheritance, or maybe even like alimony, or some other sort of payout if you get some kind of financial assistance, or that you will be helping out somebody else in such a way. Maybe that's where the dilemma comes in. Maybe somebody wants you to help them. And so maybe you decide, you know what, I'm just going to give them some money to get them started, but I don't want to have to commit my energy to their project, but I'll help them financially. The outcome, I love this card. The Wheel of Fortune associated with Jupiter. This is a card of being aligned in that zone of success. But it's actually not really just generic success. It's luck and expansion. So being at the right place at the right time, in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people at the right time. So that's why I call it alignment. And just the cycle, the wheel. You're in that groove that just attracts success to you. And you don't even have to break a sweat. So, I mean, with the Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, my goodness, Virgo, this is wonderful for you. So I hope you enjoyed this, and good luck to you in the upcoming months. Take care. Bye.